Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and we have another guest, Marchand. And she thinks I'm French, but I'm not. I have a French name with a bit of Italian in there, but I'm actually pure English.
Well, there you are, pure English.
You're pure English. No, so you're pure American.
I am American. I was born in America, yes.
You were born in America. So how did you get a French name? Because
Well,
I have a French name and you have a French name.
Right. I have a French name because just my mother liked the name Marchand. It means merchant. It means
Merchant?
merchant. It's a verb, an
Merchant?
adjective. You can marchand something. You can sell something. You can be something. Be a merchant.
Well, I have news for you. To be something, this is what she is. You are being something.
I am.
You are. What do you do? I've known this lady for quite some time, and I have no idea what she does.
Right.
Which is a good thing, actually.
Yeah, it is. Basically, I'm a songwriter. I'm a musical person. I was singing in the crib, and I've had a lovely career. And
Well, when you say singing in the crib, what do you mean the crib?
when I was in the crib, my crib,
your crib.
when I was a little kid.
When you were a little
when a baby,
kid.
an infant, yes.
You were a little kid. So you started singing at a very young age? 4
Well,
years
yeah,
old, 5 years old, 6 months old?
6 months old. Mother said
6
that
months old.
I would,
I have to say, she's been the youngest. You are definitely the youngest one I've
Oh,
had
well,
on my set.
I bet Dana does that too. I bet she did it in the crib. If you really have the music.
But you
in
did
there.
it really in the crib.
Oh yeah.
No, true
I was
crib.
born in Florida, and I had a wolf spider born. They give babies. Their babies are born live, and this is a wonderful story.
This is a fascinating story. She's
wolf
born
spider.
live. I would hope you were born live.
A wolf spider. They give their babies are born live, and it was born on my chest, and it was in the bassinet. And here's my mask. My
mask somewhere else. I don't know where my mask is.
And so my mother said that her mother was there in Florida. We were just there. My father was a major in the army.
This is a
But
true
she was
story,
shaking
by the
me
way.
off, shaking all the wolf spiders off.
Where did the wolf spiders come from?
Well, in Florida. This is Florida.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Well, not everybody knows about these wolf spiders in
A
Florida.
lot of spiders. Oh, wolf spiders are incredible.
So when you were born, you had this wolf?
No. Well, I was about 6 months old.
Oh, okay. This is when you started your singing career. So when you started singing, they all vanished.
They all vanished.
They all left her.
I have a wonderful spider story.
What's
It's
it?
about courage.
Go ahead.
Okay. We're living in Los Angeles. I've lived in a lot of places and sung in a lot of places. And, Los Angeles is not an easy place for show business. For me, it wasn't. And so anyway, my friend, who's a Spanish girl, had a little tiny 3-year-old, and I was deathly afraid of spiders. And her 3-year-old had a brindle tarantula. And this brindle tarantula was her,
We know what those are.
was her pet. And so her name was Iki, and when you pet it behind its neck, it would, do all these things. I said, so if a 3-year-old can do this, if a 3-year-old little baby can, be friends with a spider, so can I. I'm not going to be afraid, because what you're afraid of, you attract.
Yeah.
And so I was petting Iki, and then I had this wonderful.
This is a true story, by the way.
Yeah, and when you face your fears,
There is no fear.
there is no fear. Like,
No.
who said that? There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
It's probably not fear itself. To fear is
Right.
fear itself.
And so anyway, so here we are, and I have this story because I'm always, before a song, I like to maybe uplift people a little bit, or
You make a little story, and you have a
yeah.
little story. We've
And
sure
so-
got one now.
this is the spider the military.
She's asking me. I don't know the story.
No. Just think of something that's a military.
Like a badge or something? Or
No, the things on your shoulder. What's the
hats? Oh.
Yeah, those things.
Yes, those things.
right? And so
Are we two blondes that don't know anything?
you come out. You come out and talk about facing your fear, and having the
Fear itself.
the
epaulets.
The epaulets, thank you. The 2 tarantula epaulets, because I have, I thought maybe just 1 tarantula. Then I thought, well, why not 2? And make it a tarantula epaulet? Because, I think Music is great and dandy and lovely, but
I can now see why you write lyrics. Now I can understand why she writes lyrics, because you obviously make your lyrics are very, very different, because your story is very different. You know, I don't think a majority of people do not listen to lyrics in a song. They listen to the song and they sing, everybody sings, and then suddenly one day you turn around and say, well, those lyrics in that song, what were they?
my dream is always people going down the road, driving down the road, and they would be singing the
National
the hook, because the hook, like, know yourself, confidence.
Now, what is a hook? What is a hook?
A hook is in the middle of the song, or it's what sells the song. It really.
The hook is like a harmonizing piece in the music, and
Yeah.
it's repeated many, many times.
Right.
I think that's
It's
how
what-
you
it's-
have to explain it. I'm not in the music business, but if I had to explain it, that's what
Yeah,
I would explain.
exactly.
That is sort of something, and that's why they call it the hook, because you know they sing the lyrics, then they all come in and rhyme, and everybody sings, and that's the hook.
They
And
get
that's what they
you.
like. They get you.
Yeah,
They hook
like,
you in.
Right,
hook.
like Imagine,
Yes.
Paul's
Yes.
song Imagine.
So what are you doing now? Are you still writing, or what are you
I'm
up to
always
now?
writing. I'm always writing.
So
and-
have you got any hits up or anything
Well,
coming out there?
I have some that are so worthy of being, forever hits. So we'll talk in a year, and then we will.
I want it now. I
You
don't
know,
want to wait. I want it
Wait a
now.
minute, I have to do
No, you
this.
can't.
I have to do this. I'm so
What?
sorry. I have to do this. I need a drink of water. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. Just hang in a second. We're having drinks of water.
Cool, clear water. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. But as we're on the subject of songwriting,
Yes.
and I knew that I was going to be on your show, and thank you very, very much
Absolutely.
for having me. I was just looking in some papers of mine, because I have lots of papers, because I've done lots and lots of things.
Yes.
And I was on Elvis Nargi's show when I first came here, and this is '06, and I have this. And
So what is this? You
it's
said you
brilliant.
had to.
This is brilliant.
You
I
said you
wrote this
had
for
to-
this
you
show,
have to
and
do-
I just love it. I wish I'm gonna, with your
With my
permission,
what?
I'm going to.
Well, I
I'm going
don't
to
think
read this.
I have no decision in this, because she's
Yes,
already
okay.
got it in front of
All
her.
right.
She's got the glasses on, so what am I going to do? Say yes.
You're just
Of
gonna
course you can do it.
listen and
I mean,
learn.
hello.
Listen and learn.
Listen
Ninon.
and learn.
Okay. And this is what I want to say. Okay. When I have the opportunity, and I said this to him, and when I have the opportunity to interview, I'm always deeply grateful, because it gives one a real reason to look at oneself honestly. Right?
Yes, because
Take
you're going to
stock.
putting it out there.
It is a very brave endeavor that we must be gentle with ourselves in the lack of perfection for which we are all striving, and accept ourselves for who we really are
And I think that's one of the better things, accept who you are.
on this road to divinity. And honesty with ourselves is extremely freeing, and freeing of the imagination leads to more
And
spontaneity.
do you know what freedom means? Freedom means you free yourself of the world, and you're free, and you can walk that line. And when you can walk that straight line, I know she doesn't like me interrupting, but I have to interrupt. It's my show. So I'm definitely going to interrupt. But
You can
you're
interrupt.
absolutely
You're fine.
right.
You're fine with it. I'm fine
Yes,
with it.
I know you are.
And freeing of the imagination leads to more spontaneity and
That's right.
experimentation, which leads to deep creativity.
Correct.
And
Because you're
we-
free.
Right, exactly. And being deeply creative is a way to heal the woes of the world. Because when you are healing your worldly hurts through deep creativity,
Yeah, well, I think we've got a lot of healing to do
imagine
right now.
others
actually,
listening,
with our world.
others listening to this gift, because this is from
It's
God.
a gift.
It's a gift from God. Totally.
Well, He gives
And
everybody, put it that way.
Everybody has gifts.
No, but God gives everybody. Everybody
right.
has
Everybody
a gift.
has
Everybody.
gifts.
Just recognize your gift.
That's right.
Sometimes
And-
you might not like your gift and you don't want to follow your gift, but you have to take that gift and run with it, because then when you do that, all the other little things you want to do will come into place, and then you will be fulfilled.
Correct. I agree. And thank you. And being deeply healed, just as you were. And that's what songwriting is for me.
For you. So, when do you write a song? Is it driving down the street? Is it
It's
Cooking
in the
some
middle of the
steak.
night. It's just when, it's just whenever. It's just also.
So in the middle of the night, where I would imagine you're very tranquil, you're very relaxed, and you're very peaceful within yourself. So when you're like that, then you can, all your thoughts come out and you can think, and these beautiful songs come into your mind.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm thinking. I just think I'm a channel for these things, because I could not do this myself. I just truly feel.
Yeah, but without you, it's not going to happen anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just channeling, and that just
Well, we're all channeling. We're all a channel.
right.
We're all a channel. I said to somebody, I said to somebody one time, I said, I was a servant to my husband. And they said to me, oh, a servant to your husband? And I said, well, yeah.
Well, that's what we're
And
to
he
be.
was a servant to me as well. So
That's what we're to be.
So also, I'm a servant down here. I'm a servant to God and Jesus.
Amen.
I'm a servant to them. So whatever they pass through me, they're going to pass through me, and they're going to pass through you. They're passing songs through you, because this is what you can do. Maybe I can't. I happen to be a sonnet writer, so I know a little bit about writing things. But they pass this through you because you happen to have the feeling for it. You have the word for it. You know what rhymes and what takes over. Do you feel that way?
Well, I feel that I'm very fortunate to be able to have this gift, because I love this gift. I
Well, look
love
what the
it.
gift has done for you.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
just,
created your world, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Yeah, it has. I mean, music. I used to have a real problem, a real psychological, philosophical thing a question when I was little, that I had to figure it out, and I never have. What's more important, music or humor? Music or humor?
Well, why can't you have
Music or
both?
humor?
Why can't you have both?
Exactly, but when I was little, I mean, you don't.
You don't think of two
that
things.
way.
You only think you're going to do
Yeah.
one thing. That's
Yeah.
very true. Yeah.
Yes,
As a child,
totally.
yeah, as a child, you just don't have all those different avenues.
Right, and looking back, it's just so. I mean, it's so beautiful.
What's
to
been
be
the
able
most
to-
beautiful thing you can think of looking back in your life, but you really felt, wow, this is really, I've got what I want, I've got where I want to be.
When my mother died, the moment my mother died,
Oh dear.
my whole life, it's a weird. I'm very. And
What was
I
it?
was always so worried.
I don't know if it was good or bad. Well, I presume it's bad.
I was always so worried. Well, you asked what was the
Yeah.
most freeing moment,
Free, no,
right?
and you said, well, was it good that she...
Because I was always. I used to pray, please let us all die together, so there'll be no mourning, honestly. And so when my mother died, she said, she was lying there. It was a really long cancerous death, and she was lying there, and I heard, Shawnee. That's my nickname, Shawnee. You be strong. I was strong. I'm with your father. Just immediately, her soul is just going.
It's gone.
And I felt the tranquility, the peace. You're a little kid, and here's your mama, here's your dad.
How old were you?
When my mother died, 40.
Oh. So you're quite old. I thought when you were saying as
No,
a
my father
child.
died when I was young. But
Okay.
I mean, I felt that when I was little, that feeling of tranquility. Here's your mama, here's your daddy, and you're in the middle, and nothing can hurt you. And you just feel so.
Nothing
And that
can-
to me, I mean,
Nothing
it's
can
just,
hurt you anyway.
It's
Because
just-
it's only what you bring in to yourself will
Right.
hurt you.
yeah. And it was just.
Listen, we only have a couple of minutes. How can people reach you if they want to have a song written on? Do you still do that? Do you write for people?
Sure, I mean, I'll do it till I die. Through you.
Right. I'm not planning on going anywhere just yet. Though a lot of people would probably like to see me disappear into the night.
No,
But- no, everybody loves me.
That's right.
How can anybody reach you? Where can they reach you?
Well, they can reach me.
What's your email? You have an email address? Do you have a
I do.
Facebook page?
I do.
Then tell them where it is, where they can reach you.
All right. My name. Give them my email.
Whatever you want.
I get thousands of emails every day. It's not terrible. I need another email, but it's Shawnee Melcher. My nickname is Shawnee, Chane as in Nancy I, Melcher.
Shawnee Melcher.
Melcher @AOL.com.
I've known this lady for a long, long time. Never really knew what she did. Now I found out the whole story.
Oh yeah.
And what a great experience. I asked her what was one of her great experiences when her mother passed away. That
Well-
wasn't mine, but that
Well,
was.
I mean,
in a
it was
different way.
inspired. It was a very inspiring.
Yeah,
Inspiring.
moment for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. She's an amazing guest, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
for
Ninon,
being
for
my
having
guest.
me. I appreciate
And we
it
shall
so
be
very
right back
much.
with our next guest. I don't have the list. I don't have the name, so it's going to be a surprise to you, and also it's going to be a surprise to me as well. And also, I want to thank the theatre we're in here right now. Is absolutely amazing. It's called Art House Theatres. It's just one of them, and it's just very recent. They are our sponsors, and of course, I want to thank Social Media Shows, of course. We'll be right back. Take care.
Thank you, Nina.
Thank you.